Yo, Lee. I think we got another one.
Come on.
Sing it.
Thought you should know that I will never ever go away.
So you'll never have to worry.
As long as I care for the sparrows in the sky.
You'll never have to worry.
Though it may seem today that I'm so far away from you, you never have to fall, 'cause I'm right here before you call my name. And I'll come running to heal you, feel you, take you by the hand, and I'll show you the way to where I am. Thought you should know that I will never ever go away.
You'll never have to worry.
As long as I care for the sparrows in the sky.
Never have to worry.
Forget your yesterday, for when this night to brand new day gives way. Your life, your breath renewed, a ray of sun reminds you it's okay. You'll never be alone if you feel me, hear me, take me into your heart, and we'll never ever have to part. You should know that I would never ever go away.
Never have to worry.
As long as I care for the sparrows in the sky.
Never have to worry. Never have to worry about a thing. Don't have to worry. You will never have to worry about a thing. Don't have to worry about a thing.
Thought you should know that I will never ever go.
So you'll never have to worry.
As long as I care for the sparrows in the sky. Oh yeah. Don't worry. Said I never seen the righteous forsaken, nor his seed begging bread.
So you'll never have to worry.
Consider the lilies, how they grow. Whatever you need, your Father knows. Oh, come on, let me say.
Oh, you'll never. Don't you know you never have to worry? I will always be there. Oh yeah, said you will never, you will never have to worry. You will never have to worry. Oh, yes.
If you only knew what I did for you, it'd just be me and you, nothing that we couldn't do. If you'd only do what I asked you to, I would make your dreams come true. If you only knew. For so long, so long I've been waiting to spend some time with you. You don't know, you cannot imagine the things that we could do. You can't even understand. If you would only let me in, I would do something special just for you. Only for you. come true. If you only knew. Why don't you? Can we go somewhere just me and you? Just the two. Don't delay. It's your day. Would it be okay? Just let me know. Let me know. Let me know. Take places that you've never been. Answer all of the questions you never asked. Oh, you never asked. If you would only take my hand. No more sorrow, no more pain. Never ever hurt again. I'll give you shelter from the rain. All I really want to say is I love you. Let me take you in my arms and just fly away. Ooh, never gonna let you go, baby. Don't wake up tomorrow may never come. Just be me and you, nothing that we couldn't do. If you only knew I asked you to, I would make your dreams come true. If you only knew. Just between you and me, this is nice. There's no tricks. Ooh, this love is so real. Just between you, this is nice. Ooh, there's no tricks. This love is so real. Just what do I have to do to let you know? Should I make your flowers grow? Should I make it rain or snow? Yeah. So many things I've done just for you. Forest green and ocean blue. Just to show my love is true. Just between you and me, this is nice. There's no trace. This love is so real. Just between. This is nice. There's no tricks. This love is so real, yeah. Don't you know I taught the birds to fly, hung the stars up in the sky? Can you guess the reason why? Yeah. Can you take more than a passing glance? Nothing is by happenstance, yet you think it's just by chance. Just between you and me, this is not no tricks. This love is so real. Between you and me, this is not. There's no tricks. This love is so real. Ocean deep, river wide, valley low and mountain high.
Let's check and see if it's actually working.
Check, mic.
Check, mic, check. What up, y'all?
Hey, everybody.
What it do? We are excited to be here again for another Ask John and April Live.
Yes.
But this time it's a little different because it's in HD, as my kids would say, caught in 4K. So hello everyone. Good to see you. Glad you are here tonight. Hope you are excited about being here together. April's over here running stuff while we're trying to get things together.
We made a little,
Yeah.
It's
a little, you know what I'm saying? But it'll be all right, I think.
All right.
You know what I'm saying?
We'll have to work it out. We'll have to work through it.
Bryant Godine, I'm in the VIP Ding Dong section.
What up, Bryant?
Ebony saying what's up. Good to see you, Eb, once again. Ambry is here as usual.
What up, Am?
Jocelyn is here. Horace, of course,
hey, Jocelyn,
wearing his
Horace.
March Madness stuff. Madeline is here.
Madeline.
Primo.
What up, Primo?
As usual. You know what I'm saying? So I want to know if we sound better or worse. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, how do we sound?
Yeah, what do you think? So this is
Using a
different.
different mic.
So we decided tonight that, we have guests on the show tonight. This is part of the reason why we decided to do this. One of the guests was commenting that when we normally do the show, we sound like we're in a studio or like we're recording a podcast. And usually our guests sound very different because they just have regular microphones. But we switched it up a little bit tonight and we're using a different mic. It is currently over our heads. And hopefully it's picking up well enough. Ebony says it sounds good. Drew says it sounds good.
Okay,
Thank you very much.
Good,
Candace.
Good. Hey, Candace.
How you doing?
What up, Andrew?
Good to see you. Yeah. So anyway, this is exciting. You know, there are things sometimes that happen on the show where April would want something to happen a certain way. She has been begging. She's been begging for I don't know how long.
Begging to talk about Prince Harry.
It's really been Meghan Markle.
I love Meghan. I love her.
You don't really care about.
I don't really care about Prince Harry. No, he's not the one that I'm really trying to talk about.
You care about Meghan.
Meghan's my girl.
Right.
Did y'all watch what's the show she was on that we love so much?
It was called Suits.
Was it Suits?
Yes.
That's it. Yeah.
Yes. Suits is a good show.
Love her on
that's what we
Suits.
got introduced to her.
And we've been watching her for a long time.
Yeah.
So I love her, and I've been trying to find, like, come on, babe, let's talk about this, let's talk about that. Little things that, he's like, eh.
So here's the thing. Do you guys, okay, so we have like 3 different shows. Now, nobody would know that really, but okay, so one show is Just John and April Show, which is our podcast. Airs every Friday. All right. There's another show that we have that we're doing right now called Ask John and April Live.
Right.
But then there's one more show called John and April's Kitchen Table. And that is basically like usually a 10-minute or less video where we're sitting at the kitchen table and we're discussing some trending topic, usually something related to a couple. And April has been trying to find something to talk about with Meghan and Harry for like, I guess the whole time that we've been doing John April's Kitchen Table. It's like 2 years.
I've been trying to talk about
and every
them.
time I'm like,
and John's like, and I'm like, come on, man, this is some good stuff.
I just, some of the stuff has been like, it's not, I don't know, it's not good enough. But now
this is good. This is some good stuff.
This is good.
This is some good
So
stuff.
April's getting what she wants. I'm getting what I want too.
I was so excited. And
Amber said she never heard of her before dating Harry.
Really?
She didn't know who she was. Ebony knows Suits.
Exactly.
So, you know what I'm
Y'all
saying?
need to watch Suits. Y'all need to go back and just watch it. It's such a good show.
I think Bryant knows it too. I think you said something earlier. Oh no, he didn't say anything earlier.
Oh, okay.
He just said this. Guests should bring their own mics if they complain. Did you put in on this? Oh man, they're listening right now, Bryant. So they may have something to say to you later.
You see what Horace said?
Okay, so it says sounds good, not as bass as last week though. Right, that's true. Yeah.
Yeah.
So last week
we
you
got
could
the
hear
other
it
mic
good.
sitting right here, so
They're
we
good.
could
Yeah,
switch over.
No, we're not switching.
Okay.
Well, I want us to sound just like the guests. You know what I'm saying?
Okay. Ambry's under a rock.
Yeah, Amber, how you not?
never heard
of it? Never heard of it before.
Oh,
Jocelyn didn't hear it
she's
either.
saying before Harry. I get that.
Right.
But she's not like a big time actress.
Yeah.
I mean, Suits is a good show.
Andrew
but
likes Suits too.
Yeah, Suits a good. It's a really good show.
It's
but
on.
It's not,
it comes on USA.
Oh, does it?
So USA
Okay.
Network is not like
Right.
NBC or nothing. So a lot of people don't even know the show.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So I get that. That makes
Is
sense.
it on Netflix?
I think so. I think you can
Y'all
binge
need
it.
to go watch Suits. So y'all
you can go back and binge it right now.
See Meghan as an actress.
She's a good actress.
She's actually good.
I like her role in the show.
like her role
I've
in the
always
show, too.
liked her, and I don't know her as a person, but obviously I liked the interview today. And anyway,
That
so
you watched it today.
I watched it today.
Yeah, you watched
yes.
it today.
Primo likes Suits as well.
Okay.
Yeah,
okay.
we knew that though. Anthony, we're doing well, man. How are you?
Hey.
Doing real well. Okay, so we got some guests tonight. We got some people that y'all know. We have this recurring thing that we do with some people that we really love, and we thought maybe we should. You know what? I didn't make it longer. It's gonna be short, babe.
It's okay.
You okay with
it's
that?
All right.
You
I
fine?
guess.
You fine with that?
I guess.
All right. Well, here they are.
Music.
I should let that music keep going right now, but
I know.
Oh, man, we need it going. We need it going.
I was feeling that.
You like that music?
Hey y'all.
I'm gonna
Hey.
see if I can find it again and actually get that on. Let me see if this is right here.
What's that? That's the mug.
No, it's not.
That's not. It's something different.
No, that's it. That's not it.
Yes, it is.
I don't even know what that is.
You can't be playing something else. we were getting all excited
Yeah,
about it.
we had like good vibes going there. Anyway, so our siblings are here to discuss the interview with us. Kim is on the bottom left. That is April's sister. Paul, my brother, is on the top right, and then Claire, all of our sister, is on the bottom right.
Why is Claire all of our sister, but I'm not all of our brother?
I don't know. I just, you know what I'm saying. It doesn't make any sense.
What
Claire,
up, Ricky?
Claire, we can't hear
I
anything
couldn't
you're
hear
saying.
Claire. I couldn't hear you, Claire, for some reason.
Hey, Ricky.
Because I'm a niggity putt.
Oh,
there you go, there you
you
go.
had yourself muted.
Primo, don't worry about what's in my
I
cup.
said
It's
you
a
need, to put,
secret.
you need to put Primo's comment on the screen immediately.
Yes,
Primo's
please.
comment. Paul, let's start with what's in your cup. Yes, that is true.
Secret. Don't worry about that. Don't worry about that.
Don't worry.
Ricky's on. Ricky's on here tonight. Good to see you, Key.
Hey Ricky.
By the way, this is the artist, formerly known as Ricky Court, known by us as fashion icon. But he's the one that sings all the music that started at the beginning of our
Thank
show.
you, Ricky.
So thank you for that.
Yes.
We already got Chimes chiming in about the interview.
What
I
a
heard
time, my baby.
that Pierce Morgan tried to get on Megan prior to
Get
meeting
with
Harry.
Megan.
Get with her. Oh,
Pierce
my
Morgan.
goodness. Oh my
Wait.
goodness.
What? I didn't hear about
Let me
that.
make sure I know
hadn't
who
heard
that
that.
is. Pierce Morgan. Isn't that the...
Pierce, look him up. You know who he is.
I
Okay.
know who that
Hold
is.
on.
Hold up.
Okay, so now we're
Wait,
sitting
wait,
with the
isn't Pierce
Sims.
Morgan the guy who
the
just
one
quit his
so
job
hideous guy?
yesterday?
That, he is...
He
Okay.
just quit his job.
Oh,
Yes,
that?
that's him.
Yeah, I
He's
saw
not
that.
her type.
No,
It's disgusting.
at all.
He's not
Is he anyone's type?
That's
Right.
Why would he be trying to get with her? Like,
Is he
seriously.
anyone's type?
Why would he think
She
that
went
she
out
would
with
want to be with him?
I have no idea.
No, he was trying to get with her, and
What?
she wouldn't holler
Now
at him.
he's
Yes.
dissing her.
They had
Right.
one date. Found out they had one date.
Really? Okay,
And
hold
she
on.
dissed
We
him.
get we can't get into all that. Really. Hold
Whoa.
on. We got to start by saying what's in the cup.
That's gross.
Oh, okay.
What do y'all have?
Well, they telling us
In
all
your
kind of
cup.
stuff, honey. I love these chimes, honey. Jack.
They know
They be
everything.
giving us all kind of info.
All the juice.
Oh,
Kim?
April, I'm gonna have
All right,
to
what's
get
in the
that
cup?
mug.
What's in your cup, Kim?
Well, as you all know, I have extra. Where's this? Wait a minute.
Other way.
Just
There
the
you
other
go.
There you go.
Extra sleepy time tea.
Nice.
Because if you were with us,
What does that
last
even mean?
time, you know why.
All right,
I'm about
Claire,
to be
what's in
knocked in the
yours?
middle of this show. I actually found some grape juice like in the far back corner of my refrigerator that's been there since around 2016. So
Grape juice.
So wine.
Great.
it was
From the
grapes at
Bible
one
times?
point.
That kind of grape juice from the Bible
Since
times?
2016.
Yeah.
From the bottom.
Yeah. You got that old
Delicious.
wine. You got that
That's
old
what I'm
wine.
talking about.
Kim Wu said you sound like a teacher.
You know that's right.
What you got, Paul?
I am drinking cran apple juice in a mug.
Cran apple juice in a mug.
Pineapple
Okay.
juice mixed with some.
Fermented.
Yeah, we can't talk about that. Paul, that pee on your cup, did you get that made or did you just buy a cup with a pee on it?
Tiana bought 2 mugs with one with a P and one with a T, and they look like this.
Nice.
I don't know if she got it made or not. They just showed up at the house one day.
I'm almost sure the last time we were on here, you guys had that same exact conversation that you just had.
No.
No.
I'm
No,
I'm
those are-
almost
didn't.
sure.
That's a deja vu.
Almost sure.
Chimes, do you
Because
remember
it
that?
happened.
Because I don't remember that at all.
It happened before.
I don't remember
Go
that.
ahead and put up Horace's comment.
What horse
I
is
did
it?
move my camera. Well,
Oh,
good eye.
Horace, Claire, that's wine now. So, you know.
Mhm.
I'm saying it was grape juice at some point. I thought that's what I said.
Right.
You did say
It
that.
has
Yeah.
been grape juice.
It has been grape
Say
juice
better.
in the past.
And
It is previous.
somebody lying, probably April Nixon.
April hadn't even said what's in her
I
cup
didn't
yet.
say what I'm
You know
drinking
saying?
yet.
Yeah.
He's anticipating a lie. That's
I
okay.
already know.
So,
First of all,
are April and I are we drinking the same thing?
yes, I didn't.
We have the
sorry.
same thing.
Yeah.
All right, just making sure.
I didn't. You know.
April did it. So listen, whatever I'm drinking, if it's not supposed to be drank or drunk, whatever it is April's fault.
This is lemongrass.
This is really good, babe.
You know, lemongrass.
Nah.
You
Like
know,
Yeah, man.
barefoot walking in the forest.
Do we have? Why you sound like DT though with that?
Lemongrass
What up,
belongs on
Jessica?
chicken and chicken
Yeah,
only.
Jessica on there. What'd you say, Claire?
That's
Lemongrass
what
belongs on
it's
chicken and chicken only.
Oh, that's.
Oh,
probably
that is true.
I agree with that. Okay, y'all. So let's get into
All
it.
right.
So,
Hey, Angie.
our fam is here. What's up, Ange? Okay, so,
And
um,
I kept my Cancun reservation, by the way. I'm still going. Wedding or not,
Hey,
I'll be there.
Courtney. Hey, Courtney.
lemongrass and what,
It
baby?
is something else, but I can't remember.
It's not ginger.
Oh, I think
or-
it's green tea. And
It is.
It's
It is.
green
It's green tea and
and
lemongrass. That's no. Yeah, that's right.
yeah.
That's right. Yeah.
So, Horace, I guess you felt like
Uh-oh.
lemongrass shouldn't just be by itself. Is that why you
babe,
said that?
hey, babe, green tea has caffeine in it.
That's
Just
what I
a
was
little
just
bit.
about
But
to
I'm
say.
just
a little
saying,
bit.
we're gonna be up
It's just
now.
a little bit.
Up all night.
No, it's just
Y'all gonna
one
be up all
bag
night.
and it's just a little bit.
April's doing this on
Okay.
purpose.
Okay. Don't call me at 3.
You know what I'm
That's
saying?
all I heard was grass. People
Gotta work tomorrow.
Saboot C.
What up, subs?
Hey,
Okay,
Sarah.
all right. So we gotta get into it now. There are some chimes on here tonight who I already know
Listen,
could be
these chimes
all
about to
in
go
this
in.
conversation.
These chimes about
You know
to
what I'm
go in.
Okay, so
Yeah,
what
let them
night?
tell me.
What night did the episode air? What night did Oprah and Harry and Meghan Markle's episode air?
Nights ago?
Do you know?
Yeah, it's like 2 nights ago. I think it was like the 7th.
2 nights ago.
Yeah,
Okay,
2 nights ago. Okay.
so 2 nights.
I think so.
something like that. 2 or 3 nights.
Off camera is
Who is that
that's Pascal.
Oh,
over at the house.
what up, Pasky?
Hey, bro.
Hey, girl.
What's so funny, Claire?
Jessica talking about I got plans.
Plans for what? Oh, maybe she does. I don't know.
Yeah, look at the
I need folks
look at the
to
text
be
thread, Kim.
I gotta
Okay.
check my text thread too. I need to make sure I'm in on the background. You know what I'm saying?
We ain't gonna get to the topic.
All right, let's get to the
You
topic.
know what I'm saying? We gonna
Let's
do
get
this all
Go
night.
ahead, babe. Go ahead. You got it.
No, you go ahead and introduce the topic.
Well, I
So the
wanted to know.
topic tonight is about
Go ahead,
the
yes.
Prince Harry and Meghan Markle interview that Oprah did 2 days ago.
Yeah.
I
Sunday
think it
night.
was 2 days ago.
2, 3 days ago.
Sunday night.
3 days ago. Okay.
Yeah.
Sunday night.
So do you have some kind of question you want to start off with, or because what I want to ask everybody was what their overall impression of it was. I don't want like a summary of it or nothing like that. I guess I want to know. I'll put it this way: if you could say in 2 words what your takeaway from that was, what would it be? Like maybe not a takeaway from the actual interview, as in like your interpretation, but maybe something that happened that made you feel a certain way or something like that. What's the overwhelming feeling in 2 words that you came away with?
I'm not surprised.
That's exactly what I was going to say, Kimberly.
Not surprised.
Kimberly, that is exactly what I was going to say. Those were my 2 words.
Go ahead, take it away, Paul.
I
You
was
got
gonna
it.
say the same, but I was also gonna say poor baby. Like I felt bad.
Yeah.
for Meghan.
Yes.
But I
The other
wasn't
thing I was thinking was
surprised.
that's crazy.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Like, wow.
but it sounds on brand. And the thing that kind of messes me up is the show The Crown, because once you start watching shows like that, you think you know stuff, but the show is still fictionalized. I mean, it's based on true events, but I'm sure it's still fictionalized. So I was just shaking my head.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's funny because certain people think alike. I think like Saba. My first thing that I took away. Now, this isn't 2 words. We're talking now. My first thing I took away. What do you mean you didn't research? I mean, she said she did not research anything about a family she was about to join, and I'm saying, Hold on.
Okay,
When I started dating April, I literally started researching Kim, Ruth, and Bernard Mendenhall. I started
And the
researching
internet didn't exist by
Ezra
then, so you were in the library.
What'd you say?
Right.
What'd you say, Claire?
The internet didn't exist back then, so you were in the library.
I was in the library. You know what I'm
They,
saying?
they didn't have
That's
to
what I'm
do
saying.
back then.
You know?
It was-
I wasn't Googling nothing. So I'm not. That's my girl. I'm 100% with her. But Saba says she researches before she orders Grubhub. That's what I'm saying.
Listen, I can see that you wouldn't want to know, like, not that you wouldn't want to know, but you wouldn't want something to cloud you from being able to see what, you know how sometimes somebody can, like, for instance, I'm a teacher. I don't want the teacher from where the kid was in
Right.
5th grade to tell me how the kid is and that he was acting up in her class and he was bad, so that when he comes to my class, that's what I'm having in my mind, because that's not, I want to start fresh with the kid. You see what I'm saying? So I could see, you don't feel that way. No, I want to know how they are academically, of course. But I'm saying,
let's want to start fresh.
I like to start fresh. I don't want it to be. I'm just saying, I don't want it to be where I'm coming in with all of these ideas of how the person, because usually they come to my class and they act different. They don't act the same way they act with that person.
I see your point, April, but researching a student is not the same thing. You're not marrying the student. I mean, it's
saying.
No,
you know what
let
I'm
me
saying?
finish.
That's
Let me
very,
finish.
very different.
Let me finish. What I'm saying
Okay.
is that may be what she was thinking. Maybe she was thinking,
Okay.
I don't want to go in with these things that have been said or that it looks like. You know what I'm saying? From somebody else's perspective, I guess. You know what I'm saying? And
I
then
get
you
that.
come in
Not
and
with
the
this.
people aren't the way that she researched. They're
But
not
the-
like that.
okay,
You see
but-
what I'm
okay,
saying?
but
Now,
Jose-
if you're researching the way that the royal, you know, the way that royalty is, like how you have to, you know what I'm saying?
I
Like you
think
got
she
to
should've
curtsy.
done
That is
that.
what
Like she
she
should have
did
known
not
she had to
research.
curtsy
Absolutely
before
should have
the
done
queen.
that. You
That's
learned the
something
Star
you
Spangled
research.
Banner
I
the
didn't know
night
that.
before.
We all know that from the crown. We curtsy.
not the Star Spangled. The Star Spangled Banner is ours, Claire. Theirs is God Save
I
the
mean,
Queen.
the national anthem. Sorry,
There you go.
Tune.
let me take another sip. Hold up.
That's to me that's definitely a big deal. I mean, you know, how do you not research in that situation? And that's kind of you feel bad for them. I do. I feel bad for them. You know what I'm saying? Because you have to leave your family, which really sucks.
Yeah.
However, am I allowed to be controversial on the show?
Really?
I'm not gonna curse. I'm not gonna curse
We asked
or
you to
anything.
come on the show.
I think you can curse.
I
John
probably-
said no.
Nah, ain't no
John
cursing.
said no.
Oh, I can curse. Oh, I can curse.
It's 9:18. The kids should be in the bed.
You know what I mean? So no, but what I was gonna say was there was a little tiny part of me, and it's a very small part, but there's a little tiny part of me that's like, you probably could have prevented some of this if you had some of your feelings at least, if you had known what you were getting yourself into on the front end, right? Maybe you don't regret marrying your husband. You know what I'm saying? You don't regret having family, all that kind of stuff. But maybe you can mitigate some of your expectations, and maybe that affects the outcome a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Maybe you're not feeling so suicidal, which is horrible. You don't want anybody to feel that way. But maybe you're not.
Right.
Maybe don't go that far with your feelings if you kind of anticipate some of it on the front end, which you can do if you do a little bit of research.
I don't think anticipation changes your feelings.
Okay.
I can know someone, I can know what they're capable of, I can anticipate what they're about to do, and when it happens, it still hurts just as much.
Exactly. So
Okay.
true.
I don't think expectation changes feelings like that.
And I don't
And for
think
her to be
research
having
would
all
have-
these feelings while she's pregnant.
Yeah.
Right.
Right.
Yeah.
I
Right.
was like, oh man, she's wanting to kill herself while you're pregnant.
Right.
Right.
But do you notice that she
Bad.
said they accepted her? She felt welcomed when she first
You felt
came
welcome.
in.
That's a good
It
point.
was after her first, what was it, the first big
Tour?
Tour that they did.
Tour of Australia.
Yeah.
And
Tour, yeah.
she was liked by, like, everybody loved her.
Mm-hmm.
And
good
so
point.
it was like after that, then it was, so when she
Like
came in, she
Diana.
was welcome.
They switched it on her.
They switched on her because just like Diana.
Mhm.
And see, I think Harry feels that. Like he's all about his mama, honey.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
And I think when he started seeing that, he was like, I cannot let my wife go through what my mother went through.
Which he didn't say the words. He said all those words, but jumbled around kind of differently.
Yes,
and,
he didn't really
and,
say that.
But
you
that's
could
what he
feel
was
that.
saying.
That was what he. That was
That's
what
definitely what he was saying.
It was.
He said something
'Cause
like
he
it was
said
going down
history.
that road.
No, he said,
we don't want history
I
to
don't
repeat
want
itself.
exactly.
And then he said, I'm talking
Yeah.
about my mother.
That's right.
Just in case you don't know what I'm talking about. That
Exactly.
kind of thing.
And he didn't want to say, but we know
Right.
what that meant.
Okay, so let's reset it just real quick, just in case. But I think everybody on here knows. Y'all all saw the interview, right? There was an interview between Oprah, not y'all. I'm talking about the Chimes.
Oh.
There was,
was that the name he came up with? The Chime? I haven't been.
Chimes.
Chimes.
Yeah.
That's a good one. I like it.
Tammy Brandon came up with that name, so we gave her credit.
I haven't watched an episode since y'all had me on last time.
That's true.
Wow.
Did you give Tammy her soap?
Well,
No.
there was some
complications.
with that, but we have something else. For
We're gonna
Tim.
get her some merch instead.
Complicated.
Yeah.
We know
complications.
we know how black people say I'm broke. We know how that sound like.
I wasn't thinking that. I was thinking
It wasn't us.
it used it
No,
itself.
I lost your address. You didn't have the 750. That's what happened.
We gonna hook her up.
April's about to use that soap after this tonight in the shower.
Exactly.
After it came, I was like,
Get-
ooh.
Get her a fresh bar. Stop playing.
Keep this for myself.
So anyway, Chimes, I want to make sure you all watched the Harry and Meghan interview already with Oprah. It was good. If you haven't seen it, some people are saying it here, eye-opening. Egg was saying Harry is traumatized. Jessica's like, yeah, of course we watched it. You know what I'm saying? Stop being, Primo says, Claire said, about what? I don't know what you're talking about.
And you guys go ahead and share this live. Go ahead and share this live if you haven't started.
That's true. Share this with your people. You know what I'm saying? Anyway,
so
go ahead, babe.
Okay, so I want to know. I have a couple of questions. I want to know why you think.
Hold on. Ricky says she was signing up for the longest running reality show on earth.
Yeah,
That's basically what she was signing up for.
And did no research.
Right.
You know what? It's very true. I don't, like I was saying, I don't think that there should have been necessarily trying to research how each family member was. That's what I was saying. Like, don't be looking up the family members to see how you go in for yourself and figure out who they are.
I'm cool with that too.
That's what I'm talking about.
I like that.
But knowing the
complexities of royalty, and stuff like that.
But she did say something though. She said that she was thinking celebrities. Because she's from here. She said she didn't grow up talking about the queen and all that. She didn't grow up talking about that, And she said she went in thinking, I'm about to see celebrities like I saw in LA growing up. And that wasn't the case.
I'm sorry. I don't think that's true. I don't think that's true.
You saying you think she was lying?
That's what she said, though.
Out of all of the friends that she has, all of her friends thought they were celebrities? That's not true. Somebody told her something and she didn't do it. Or she got whack friends.
No,
They didn't.
How they know? How did they know?
April, first of all, we're all up in their business. They know. People know.
Right.
Yeah.
People know that's not the same as celebrities. People know.
But they didn't talk about that. She didn't say to her friend, "Oh, I see them as celebrities." They're thinking she knows what they know.
No.
You're thinking they don't know to tell her anything.
Right. They don't know to tell her. Listen, when you go, you got to make sure you curtsy. You got to.
I don't think they would have said that stuff. I don't think they would have said specifics like that, but I feel like someone should have said, this is not like, girl, did you look at something?
Not Los Angeles. This is not Los Angeles. Like, it's totally a different country with a different governmental system.
Culture,
like they have different faces on their money. Like this is a different.
They had no reason to tell her that. They had no reason to tell her. They're thinking if they did know that. First of all, I actually did not even know that.
Hold on.
It was
Hold on. Before you say anything. You knew everything that she should have known. So what you're about to say is about to be obscure. Okay, keep going.
What do you mean?
You just said I didn't even know that. You knew about the curtsy. You knew about the royal family. You knew the stuff she should have known.
No, but I'm saying like I really didn't know they were basically in prison. Like I didn't know that.
Oh.
I mean, she said she feels free.
Like they can't go nowhere.
Right.
That's what The Crown makes it seem like. Like I got that impression from the TV show that it was a prison.
I did watch The Crown. You're right.
The way they depict Diana's experience in the castle makes it seem like a prison to me.
Yes,
anyway.
That's
what I got from it.
Even if she did not know any of those things, she knew at least what we know, and we're regular folk.
That's what I'm trying to say. She had to.
And I would know to say, what is it going to be like? Let me check this out and see what I need to do when I get there.
Okay, so this is the question. What is that?
What is what?
What is what?
What is that? What is that? What do you call that? A person who would come in and not research and say they didn't even know. What is that? What do you think that is? Because
Are you asking?
Ignorant.
Is she just?
she said ignorant.
But
Okay.
are you asking whether or not we think she's arrogant?
Right. Is that arrogance? Is that
No.
just naive?
I don't get an
Is she
arrogance
naive?
vibe.
Naive.
You think it's just naive?
That's
Yeah, I
what
don't
it
get
seems.
arrogant from her. I don't get arrogant from her.
I don't get arrogance at all.
So what
I
is
just
that
think
then?
maybe that she just was so in love with her man that he was just gonna come in, take care of her, tell her what needs
Right.
to happen, and
That's what
you
she
know,
said
she wasn't
too.
thinking about, oh, let me
But-
figure out what I'm supposed to do with Kate and her crazy self, you know.
But
or-
speaking about her man, speaking
You
about
know?
her man though, Harry is part of the monarchy. Why didn't he school her?
But she
The
said
person
that.
that's
She said he didn't even
cheating,
tell her.
That's interesting.
That's,
But think
that's
about it.
Harry's
I
bad.
think that Harry was so glad to have somebody out of
Yeah.
all of that.
Yeah.
Because as he said in the interview, he also felt trapped. Oh yeah, Oprah,
Yeah.
you saw me smiling at every event, but that doesn't mean that's how he felt.
Right.
He was burning up on the inside too, not wanting to be there in this prison that they all call it. You
In
know,
this
'cause
prison.
I would be happy in the prison.
Yeah.
You know,
You said you'd be happy to be in the prison?
I would be so happy in that prison.
Would you? I don't think you would, Kim.
I don't think so,
You don't
Kim.
think I would?
She said no. She said she left the house twice in 4 months. You would not be happy in that doggone prison.
Would you like that?
Please, I would love it. Do you
Yeah,
know
that
big old
he had
palace?
me
Kim, you love it for
happy
you
as
love it for a
fuck.
year, and then you'd be bored.
First of
and you'd be
all-
like, yo, get me out of this place.
Exactly.
Tell him, April.
You're not signing- you're not
they
signing
got
up for that for
nothing
life.
in the
She
house.
actually might be happy.
Kim actually loves
If
the
she get her a
quarantine.
good old
right now.
bed and some
She
Netflix.
loves
Eating them nasty biscuits and that wax
Netflix,
food, Kim, you hate it.
That's right. Their food is nasty. That's true.
You're wax.
Kim.
You hate it, Kim.
You ain't
Yeah,
getting no
white
soul
food.
food up in the castle.
Yeah. Ain't no mac and cheese up in nah.
Ain't no
No,
mac,
girl.
ain't no mac and
Please.
cheese.
They
Ain't no
ain't got no candy
flowers.
yet. Ain't got no candy
Ain't
yams
no
and cornbread up in there, please.
All your meals scheduled and all that, you hate it, and,
You know what I'm saying?
you'd be sick of
Got to
it.
dress up to go downstairs. You ain't going
Yeah,
nowhere.
no
You gotta
way.
put on a suit.
But that's
Yeah,
out.
you outta
I'm
here.
out for that then.
Well, let me. I was gonna say this though. You guys brought up Harry. I got the impression he didn't establish this timeline specifically, but I got the impression that the comments they made. I'm probably jumping ahead because you probably want to say something about
That's
the
okay.
comments they made
That's
about
okay.
about the kids. But the comments they made about the kids, it sounded to me like he was implying they made those comments before they were even married. So the comments made about, what if the kids are dark, right? He made it sound like that was entirely theoretical. Like
Really?
that's the comment. What if your kids are dark? As opposed to she's pregnant. What if this kid is dark? That's what it sounded like to me. So what I take from that is this conversation happens before you're married, right? Megan either knows about it or doesn't. But doesn't that tell you something? Like what I'm saying is you have some information,
Mm-hmm.
or you don't. Like if Harry knows that and she doesn't, that's problematic.
Right.
You know what I mean?
But
Like
Harry told her.
Ain't no candied yams, Kim.
She said,
Ain't no candy yams. Woo.
Oh man.
I don't know. I feel
she
like
knew that though.
I
I know that they asked that question. Like what?
Yes,
what
she
color
knew, but
were
when
the
did
kids
she
gonna
know?
come
When did
out?
he tell her?
Right, exactly.
That's
When did
what
she
Right,
find
because
out?
They
When did
didn't
she
Okay.
tell
find
us,
out?
and he also didn't tell us who said that.
He said he
Which we
wasn't
all
gonna
He
know
say.
said
it was
never
the
talk
daddy.
about it.
Mhm.
That was his daddy.
You think it was his
Oh
daddy?
yeah, that definitely was the daddy.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Yeah, you're right.
That was the daddy.
Now,
That's what I said when I was watching. I was like, that was definitely the daddy asking him that.
Now, something happened to me when I was watching. I don't know if you guys felt this way. Every time they talked about the Queen, from the very first, from the very first time
know what you're about
Oprah
to
asked
say.
Megan,
Yep.
Megan was very deferential, very whatever. She never said anything bad about the Queen.
Never. You can't say nothing bad about the
But
queen.
hold
They know
on,
that.
hold on. I felt like that was the only fake part.
I didn't think so.
I did.
Because when she said that the cutie queen, first of all, I love the queen. She's so cute. She's such a little cutie. She's such a little she is a grandma.
Right.
Great grandma.
A great grandma.
Yeah.
Right.
But
She's
she's
like
so
100.
cute.
Isn't she like 96?
Yeah, she's like 100.
97? Wait.
She
Yeah.
might be 100.
Something like that.
102.
Mm.
So, but when she
102.
said, "What's up, Mila?"
Oh, Mila's on it. What up, Mila?
When she said that the queen shared the blanket with her on the train, oh, Kim, you know that was cute. don't even cap.
That was That was the only cute part.
She's only 94. She's a spring chicken.
She's a spring chicken. Yeah.
She's
got another. Yeah, she's got a good 3-4 weeks to go.
32 hours. Yeah, she's good.
Y'all better not be talking about the queen.
Hold on. I think she turns 95 in April. She'll be 95 this April 21st.
But I will say this, John. I agree with you that I was like, wow, they are saying nothing about the queen.
Nothing.
He said he loves his grandma and that he's talked to her more now than ever. You know, he did say that.
Everything about
true,
this,
but
let me tell you what it felt like. It felt like, okay, guys, you can't stop us from having this interview. What we will agree to is that we will only say glowing things about the queen. We will not drag the queen into this at all. We will make it like she's never a part of it. So anyway, that's just me. I don't know if you felt that at all, but I just felt that way.
She was looking at Megan during the wedding.
How was she looking
saw
at
the
her?
wedding? Come on now.
But you can't. She's in her 90s. She don't know what her face is doing.
You're gonna say does she have control over her face at this point?
You can't do
You know
that.
what? Let's be honest.
Yeah,
She doesn't have
facial
control over her face, Paul
But
said.
let's be honest. The fact that
Don't
she's
slip on the queen. She
94.
know what she doing.
Did you say 94 or 92?
94. She'll be
The fact
95.
that
She'll
she's
be 95 in April.
94, she probably is, you know.
She's
Set in her
racist.
She
old
would-
nasty ways.
In her own nasty
She's
ways,
probably
Kim
has
said.
some race. She's probably racist.
At least racish.
Racish. At least
Yeah,
racish.
yeah.
Because she can't help it. Because
But
You think she's
also,
probably racist.
racist.
Racish, at least.
Racist? Okay, because she's she was born in the early 20th century, so she's
That's what I
definitely
just
racist.
said. That's what you said.
So probably nothing. No, she's definitely
and
no,
racist.
she
also
is.
she doesn't.
Yeah.
She doesn't mingle with the common folk. She's in the palace all the time. So how she had no exposure to
That's
integration
But did
and
you hear
inclusion.
what Harry said, which was like, sometimes this, I mean, it just bothers me when people say this, but he did not know at all that
About
he didn't know
racism,
until he
right,
got
like
with
that.
Megan about racism and
He-
how bad it was and
he
what
didn't know
people
about
go through. He
privilege,
didn't know about
nothing like that.
privilege. It's
Right.
like, that little royal bubble is not good for you.
No, it's not.
Like,
Bubbles aren't
that's
None of
good.
these-
ignorant.
None of these bubbles are good. Yeah.
Bubbles
No
are not
No
good.
bubbles are good.
Except the NBA bubble. That was a triumph.
excellent. That was excellent. Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
That was
That
a
was
good bubble.
extremely-
That was a good bubble.
No
Yeah,
one got
yeah.
COVID. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That was amazing.
That we know of.
Well, yeah, no
Right.
one
Yeah,
reported.
so
it.
They
Horace
just
said,
didn't tell us. Somebody definitely got
the
COVID.
queen in England is equivalent to treason.
Probably.
You know, you can't do that.
Right. I'm saying out of respect and all, but it felt sincere. The first time they asked her about the queen, though, that was the only time that it felt like, whoa, do you really believe what you're saying here? The rest of the stuff sounded like it was real, but that just,
That
I don't know why.
initial-
There was something
I
else.
could see
Maybe
that.
they decided they weren't going to do anything. They weren't going to drag the queen into this.
Say
You know what I'm
anything
saying?
negative about
Right.
Right.
Yeah, they can't really do
Out of
I mean,
respect for the office.
She 94. I mean, come on.
Right.
You know, let her go out on a good, So,
Go out, man. Baby.
yeah, I'm just saying, it's coming.
She's 94. That's not really a controversial statement. She doesn't have much longer.
Thank you, Paul.
She's definitely in the epilogue of her life. That's for sure.
She's in the end notes. She's in the end notes.
In the end notes, right? With the glossary in the back.
Oh, stop it.
We should not be laughing.
No, we should not. That's not
Anyway.
even right. That's dirty.
Good one though.
The queen is she's a little cutie. Okay,
Go
so
answer.
I really want to know what y'all think about this.
Mm-hmm.
Now, when they talked about Megan making Kate cry, and then she said, no, it was Kate making me cry. Y'all believe
That
that?
sounded
Y'all
right to me.
believe- y'all
Yeah, I
believe
do. That sounded right to me.
Absolutely. First of all, she's pregnant, so she's already gonna be crying about everything.
that?
So you
Exactly.
think she was just weepy?
She's gonna be crying about everything. All right. So
No, she wasn't
Wait,
pregnant.
but I
Kim.
thought
This was a
she
wedding.
wasn't
She
pregnant
wasn't
then.
pregnant. No, because this was
was
about
before the wedding.
This was about the
That was before the
little
wedding.
the little baby dresses or
My bad.
whatever.
The wedding.
Mm.
The
Right.
flower girl dresses. But you're emotional anyway, first of all, because you are trying to fit in to this. This is some grand, this is not something you're used to. and her sister-in-law to be says something. You might get emotional about that because you're trying to fit in, you're trying to be, you want her to like you. So go ahead,
Andrew
go ahead.
Ranch just said she has outlived several popes.
Why is that Mo taking jabs in the comment? Taking jabs, not Mo.
She
Taking
said,
jabs
Mo,
at-
what's
it's
up, Mo?
like
Talking
you wouldn't
about-
disrespect some of the old wicked people around her. Oh, my God. Oh
Why you got this wicked though?
wow!
Why-
That was after a lot. That was after a series of things she said because she was saying they were being respectful to the queen.
Right, right.
Quite in the same way as you would be respectful to the old wicked people.
Exactly. So Mila says she believes it 100%. I do too. I think Kate might be a hater. Kate
She
might
is.
have might be
see,
drinking a
see,
little
to me-
hate.
Yeah, to me, it seems much more likely that Kate is the, instigator or something like that than Megan
Karen.
is.
Right.
Yeah.
That's what it seems like to me.
So
Yeah.
so clearly the race thing played a big part of this, and
Oprah kept on trying to bring that out.
Cobra brought it up
She's a
several-
mess.
Oh,
Oprah's a mess.
Oprah's
She is
now,
a bomb.
now there is one
That
thing I
woman is
forgot
a
about
good-
though. I forgot how good of an interview.
Yeah, she's a good interview. Yeah.
First of all, Oprah
Yeah.
will cut you off in a minute, and I love it.
Oh, she will cut
in a
you off.
second.
She will cut you off.
Times.
to
And
go
something you
deeper.
don't want to say, she
To
gonna
go
make you
deeper,
say.
they'd be in the
Right.
middle of answering a question she just asked, and she'll cut them off.
Well,
To
see,
get
and you know what I thought though. I thought from a production standpoint, it seemed to me like they had discussed rules for the interview, and it seems to me like one of the rules was Oprah said, "If I'm talking, I gotta leave. You gotta let me talk." Basically, because every time Oprah started talking, everybody else shut up, no matter who they were. Like Claire said, they'd be in the middle of a answer that she asked, like answer the question that she asked. Oprah start talking, they clam up, and Oprah gets her thing out. That just
Paul.
seems like a production note to me. Yeah.
If you're talking and Oprah starts talking, are you going to keep talking over her?
Nobody
It's
has to give
Oprah.
you
Of course
that
not.
rule. Nobody
It's
has to give
Of course
you that
not.
rule.
But
Nobody has to give
I'm
them
not
rules
the-
for that.
I'm not the prince of the UK though.
No,
Nah.
I'm not the prince of the United Kingdom. You can't put me on Harry. You can't put me on Harry's level. It's not the same.
No.
I think if
Okay.
Oprah starts speaking, and Oprah's the one leading the interview. She's the interviewer, right? Okay.
Yes.
If she starts talking,
You had too
like
many
she's
sips,
the
Claire.
one guiding the conversation. I don't think necessarily they had to say that rule. Now, the next
It's not a criticism.
morning,
I'm just saying it just seemed like that's just what I took when I was watching it. It just seemed like
the
like
next
it's interesting
morning,
that
CBS This Morning, the show, aired some clips that were not aired the night before.
Yeah, I wanted to see
I
that.
didn't
What's
see
about
that.
that, Claire?
One of the things that Oprah said was before she interviews anybody, she does have a conversation with them to see if their purposes are aligned. So she'll say to them, what do you want people to take away from this interview? And I'll tell you what I want people to take away. And she'll say she'll look for some kind of alignment. So there were definitely conversations beforehand. Obviously, there were conversations, but I wouldn't say that there were rules like, if I speak, stop speaking. I don't know. I didn't get that impression. But hey, maybe there was.
And again, I
She said-
don't mean that as criticism. I didn't mean to say Oprah's out there, with an iron fist, like I have to be the one talking. What I mean is something like Oprah's like, let's have a conversation, let's have a natural dialogue, let's not speak over each other. Let me finish my question, that kind of thing.
And let
So
me
if
cut you off and
yeah, exactly. It just seemed no, seriously, it just seemed like a production note to me. I've never met Oprah, obviously, but I'm just saying it was way too clean. Of course, you can do that some of that stuff in editing too, but it was way too clean that every time Oprah started talking, everybody else shut up. I was like, that seems rehearsed or seems planned is a better word.
Well,
than
Right.
rehearsed.
Oprah, I just have so much respect for her, man, as what she does. She's the bomb at what she does. The woman had no
Yes.
notes, y'all, and
She has
Yeah.
some notes a couple times.
Not really.
A couple times.
Not really.
But for the most part, no.
But what I'm saying is, when she
Maybe
asked
during the
Harry, did you know?
commercials.
Yeah, maybe,
right, right.
maybe you're right. But did
Mm.
you hear when she asked Harry, who said,
About the baby's color.
no, yes, about the baby's color,
Mm-hmm.
and he said, I can't tell you that, whatever. And
He said, I won't talk about
He
that.
was, I won't talk about. And then he said, I won't tell you the question or whatever. Did you hear Oprah come back and say, so did they ask if?
And he said
And he
yes.
said yes. She
Right.
got what she wanted.
What was the question?
You are the
I'm
bomb.
gonna say Oprah is the bomb.
She's the
She's
bomb.
going to
She-
get you to say what she wants you to say.
Yes.
The question.
He said, I am not going to tell you what the question was that was asked to me
Mm-hmm.
about the baby's color. I'm not gonna tell you that question. And then she went on, let him talk, and then she said, so did they ask if the babies are going to be dark or whatever she said.
She said baby, and then he said, or the kid, baby, and he said kids. Whatever he did, he repeated what she said, but said kids instead of
But
baby
then
or whatever.
But then he said yes.
Right, but then he repeated the question,
Which
he just said he wasn't going to
his
ask.
father.
Say it, he wasn't going to reveal.
Yeah, that was funny how
Right.
she did that. Okay, this is a big question, and I really want to know what y'all think about this. What do y'all think about Tyler Perry giving them his house?
Oh, I was
for
like,
Saba
I
asked the
appreciate
same
it.
question.
That was great.
Are we
Yeah, that
going
was
to talk
great.
about wives that Tyler Perry is out here saving them out of everyone?
right?
that's what I want to ask you about.
I appreciated
And giving
it.
him his detail, that was great.
How
I
did
hate
that
Tyler
happen, though?
Perry's movies, but I like his moves outside
I like
of
his
screen.
success. I really appreciate his
agree.
success.
I do too.
I do
His
too.
movies are
I
hard,
respect
but-
him.
And
Yeah.
I like the way that he deliberately is trying to change the black community and be
Right.
impactful and not just make a bunch of money. It seems like he's trying to do things to actually lift others out of their issues and situations and stuff like that
Yeah.
too. You know? Anyway,
Right.
Yeah, I want to know how that happened though.
me too. That's
You
what I want
did
to
they
know.
each
I want
other?
to
Like,
know how that
how
connection
did
could
he
happen.
know
I know.
they needed somewhere to stay? Like, how did he know that?
But aren't they they're partners, right? Isn't what this new production company thing that Harry started is with Tyler Perry's under his umbrella somehow.
Yeah, but I'm saying, did
Oh,
they
is it?
start before then?
Archwell
like
or
a
something like that.
Archwell, yeah, Archwell.
Yeah.
But I'm sure conversations about it have been happening for a while before it actually, you know what I'm saying?
Oh,
So
okay.
it's
So he's
only
probably
years.
like,
Right.
hey, you can just crash it. You can just crash at one of my houses.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You guys
got a
stay as long as
compound.
you need to.
Like he probably
You know
gave
what
like
I'm
the whole left side.
Right.
On his face.
Probably right. He didn't have no problem.
And they
Angie
said
talking about
they
the question
stayed
of the
there for
night
like
was, were
3
you
months. I'm like, they
silent?
probably didn't even see each other at all during those 3 months. It's so huge.
Probably
True,
not.
True.
Exactly.
You're right.
Tyler Perry
Right.
probably was just in a different house. He was like, I was just staying in Atlanta for a couple months. You'd be out in LA.
Oh,
Right.
yes, yes.
You're right.
She said, "Were you silenced or
Right.
Or
silenced?"
she said, "Oh yeah."
Silence.
You know what she was asking. She said, "Please, you know, I really want you to
Yes.
say
The
silence."
latter.
And she did. She said the latter.
She just said
The latter.
the
He
latter.
was silenced.
That's hilarious, man.
You
This
don't know
interview
what
did
grandma
make me-
got going on.
You said what?
I told her, "Go ahead and talk and see what grandma got." The queen.
What you
Oh,
mean?
she could have probably gotten something else out of them about the queen. I
Listen,
think.
Oprah can get what she wants because
You
she.
know what I'm
But you see, when you said, or was it Claire? You said, oh, that they talked beforehand to say, what is your goal here? What is my? Oprah's goal definitely was, I am going to make sure that when people finish watching this, they will know that the castle is racist.
You think that was one of her goals?
She
she
kept
kept
hammering that point. Yeah, she
Oprah
kept
said
hammering that
that.
point.
Oprah said the next morning. Oprah said she was surprised that they actually talked about that on camera at all. She wasn't surprised to hear that they were about the racism, but she was surprised to hear them talk about it out loud. So I would say
She was clearly surprised to hear about the baby
Yeah.
thing. I mean, the
She
look on her
was.
face,
She was like, what?
And she didn't say anything at first. She was like,
right.
Yeah.
they did what?
Exactly.
Which was hilarious.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
so
But you see
Candace
how they
says
did
she
Meghan
heard
with
that
the-
Oprah connected them to be able to be in the house
Oh,
with
okay.
Tyler Perry.
Okay.
That's what she read.
Okay. That's probably true.
Probably true.
Oh,
In
And Harry
in
said
exchange for the
Archwell
interview.
was never part of their plans until the monarchy took the cherubims away. Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, that's what they
Well,
said
that's
too.
what they did
That's what they
say.
said. Yeah.
Yeah.
Look at what Mila said. That's true. Her what?
What?
Her what was arresting.
It
And
stopped me too.
it. Yeah, she was like, "What?"
Right.
The fact that Oprah, that's all she said was "what."
Mm.
You know that shocked her.
And she be pronouncing her T's too. She hit that T real hard. What? Real hard.
She did.
Oh
You
my
know they
goodness,
did,
man.
Megan. Every time Kate would do something, Megan would go do the same thing, and hers was
Right.
completely just all off the rocks. I'm like,
To
But
me,
we
that
see
was
that
so-
all the time in
Kate,
our
she
media
ate
as
the
well.
Avocados
We do.
for the baby. Then Kate, what's her name? Megan goes and eats the avocados, and it's, oh my goodness, you're such a horrible
An
person.
environmental crisis for eating
Environmental
avocado.
stuff.
Jeez.
Right.
What?
I'm like,
Christmas
but you
stuff.
know what?
Poor
That's what
Megan.
they.
I feel sorry for her.
I do too. But that's
Yeah.
what
Yeah,
that's what
and
really
holding the
happens.
belly.
Yes.
What?
It's crazy.
But that's what happens with. I mean, let's just be real. It's like, you know, if a white person does it, if a black person does it, it's gonna be different. I mean,
Yeah, the
just like
media
with-
does that all
think
the
about
time.
it. With the basketball, you got hockey players beating each other up all the time, and it's fine. But as soon as basketball players have some big old thing, they're hoodlums. They're it's
Thugs and
like,
all of that.
yeah. So that did not surprise me one bit.
No,
Okay.
not at all.
So I've been noticing for a long time though that the treatment of the English media toward Kate vis-a-vis Megan was always different, and I was trying to figure out where all the vitriol was coming from, and I was listening during the interview to see if Megan felt that the vitriol was actually coming from the royals, that were they feeding information and giving information to tabloids and things like that. And I was trying to figure out what would be the reason to do that. Were they trying to break them up or whatever? I don't know. I'm not sure that I got that clearly, but it felt like she might have been hinting that they kept saying they were protecting me, but they wouldn't tell the truth to actually protect me, or whatever the thing is.
When she was saying stuff like that, I thought she was talking about the firm or the institution, but maybe I just misunderstood.
No,
I thought she was
think
talking about the system rather than the immediate family.
I think she was talking about the
Yeah, I think
institution
she was
because
talking
she
about
said she went
institution,
to
yep.
after she went to them asking for help, and they said no. She went to HR,
Right.
Right.
and she said they told her she doesn't work there. You know,
Right.
Not
they-
officially
not
or whatever.
officially. So
Yeah.
they
Not a
didn't
paid
know her.
employee.
Yeah.
Exactly. So I think she was talking about the institution, but I think that the family, they didn't do anything either. I don't think they had her back. You know.
Right.
This is what Siobhan says. Royals saw how popular Harry and Meghan
That's
became
right.
after
That's
the
what
tour.
it was. Yep.
That would be a huge problem for William and Kate.
Yep.
And Meghan is like Diana.
Because
Right.
that's how Diana was. They loved her.
Right.
Which Harry resonated with, obviously.
That's right.
Right. He said she fit in immediately, like immediately fit in with the family and everything.
Wow.
So
Is
the
what he
problem
said.
is the problem is having a couple that's more popular than the heir to the throne.
Exactly. That's right.
That's the problem. So
And
you're
she black.
more right. So you're
That
more
was it.
dedicated to the institution than you are to any individual.
Right.
You know,
Mm.
which we knew. I mean, we knew that already. But I mean, apparently, this is what it looks like in practice.
That's crazy.
Well, I
man.
think they made the right. I mean, I think they made the right decision to.
To leave.
I do,
Oh, sure.
because
I definitely
do.
feel the
I
same
do.
way. If only because it seems like Harry felt what he seemed to be hinting at was that he did not want a repeat of his mother in
Right.
that his
Exactly.
mother was killed.
And Megan was on that road based on what she said.
That's what it seemed like he was saying.
Yeah. So I'm sorry, Ricky. I don't really
Ricky's
know.
saying, please talk about Piers Morgan. I
I
don't know enough
what
about
happened.
it.
So y'all need to tell us.
He got into an argument on his show with his black co-host about his racism and how he talks about Meghan, and he walked off set and quit.
What?
Wow.
Yeah, like that just
didn't know-
happened. Was it
I
yesterday
didn't know
or
any of
today?
that.
It just happened. Yeah.
So
He
hold on.
walked off.
Explain to me what happened.
I never liked him.
are
By
you
the way,
are you
let's just
saying-
make that. Let me put that out there.
Are you saying that his black co-host accused him of that on the air? Is that what
He
you're
was
saying?
basically saying the way that you talked about Meghan has always been disrespectful. Essentially, is what he was saying. And Piers was going back and forth with him, and then walked off. Like got up and walked off.
Wow.
I was hoping he would trip on his way out, but he didn't. That would have been perfect. But yeah, he walked off.
I gotta go.
And,
Watch
So apparently,
Yeah,
Dad even
literally like a
knows.
big baby.
Apparently, Dad knows more than even we do. He's a British talk show host who has hated on Meghan for years.
Meghan,
well,
yeah.
well, if,
Yeah,
if she dissed him,
we know who Piers is. I didn't know this other part though. That's
Yeah.
crazy,
Just
man.
click on it. Look that bad boy up, child.
Hey, look.
They went on
I'm
one
about to send me that. I'm about to send that to you.
Then he put her in the house.
So, yeah, forward it to me right now so that I can put it up on the
Carrier
screen.
that same night.
I'm about to show y'all what Mama just sent us.
We can't
Is it a text
end
message?
the conversation without talking about mental health. Like we haven't gotten to it yet,
You're
yeah,
right.
Yeah.
but we have to talk about that.
That is
Because the
so.
fact that-
Oh,
The fact that Meghan was a healthy person with support, with everything she needed, independence, and she was suicidal while pregnant.
Okay, I got to
Really?
show y'all this.
Crazy.
I got to
It
show
does.
y'all this
Before
real
we
quick.
get-
Before we get
it's
serious,
serious, yeah.
you know what I'm saying? We
Because
got
this
to
is
see
what
this.
would have happened.
I love it. That is hilarious.
I had no idea.
By the
Oh,
way,
man.
Archie is very white.
He looks
He
white.
is. So what are they
He's
talking
so
about?
white.
Doesn't he-
That-
why
that
would
reminds me of
he be
something-
white? Why
that
would
reminds
he
me of
be
something I
white?
was thinking while I was watching it though. Megan talked a lot about being a woman of color, and She doesn't look like one. Let's just be honest, right? So I mean, it's just really interesting to me. I just not really. So I just read a novel called Passing by Nella Larson from the Harlem Renaissance. It's about passing. It's about some black women who pretend that they're white women, right? So one of the women, I'm not going to give away the story. You should go read it. It'll probably piss you off, actually. But one of the black women is married to a white man.
When did you finish reading it, Paul?
Like a week ago.
Okay.
So one of the black women who's pretending to be white, who's passing, right? She's married to a white man who doesn't know she's black.
Oh
he's married to a white man who thinks he's married to a white woman. He thinks he's married to a white woman. He's actually married to a black woman, and he's vocally racist against black people.
Oh my goodness.
So yeah, so he calls his wife Nig, N-I-G.
No.
Wait, what do you mean?
Joke. And that's what he calls her. That's his nickname for her.
That's his nickname, like his pet name for her?
Right. Because he says she has tendencies. She loves jazz music and all this kind of stuff. So he calls her that, but he thinks it's a joke to him because he thinks she's white, right? So I was just thinking about the idea of passing and how for years and years and generations, a lot of light-skinned black people have tried to fit into white society, and how Megan could fit into white society if she wanted to, based on her looks, right? She could just if she stopped saying she was black, we'd probably forget. Because she doesn't look black, but she's making it a point to say she's a woman of color, and I think to me that's commendable. I like the idea that she's just being who she is and embracing her actual heritage. You know what I mean?
She's not going to discard her
hiding
identity
behind,
how much they try to strip it from her.
Exactly, they're trying to strip her of her identity. She's holding on. To me, I like that. I like that about her.
And it almost killed her.
Exactly. Yeah. So let me just say real quick that April and I watched Suits, which she is on as a star, but she had a smaller role and it grew as the show continued. Right.
Mm-hmm.
I told April from the beginning, I think she has black in her, but I wasn't sure.
Well, I did too. I was like,
hold on.
Right. Yeah.
Then one episode, they had her father, wasn't a real father, it was just her father on the show, came on the show, and he was a black guy. And I was like, oh, so I looked her up and found out she's actually half black. And I was like, okay, but I wanted to just say, there's something about black people can tell when other people are black.
We can.
And even though she could pass, she could only pass to white people.
I was about to say, she ain't
black
passing
people
for
know she's black.
That's how passing works. Passing doesn't work.
That's only that makes a difference. Until a black person comes out and rats you out in front of the white person you're trying to pass in front of. But whatever. Yeah.
Ricky just said Zach Morris is mixed.
What?
No.
You mean the actor or the character?
You know what? I can see that though.
No, that's one I could not see.
We need to check
Mark Paul Gosselaar.
I did not know that.
I didn't know that either.
Let me look him up.
And everybody's saying facts. Did everybody know this?
So didn't
y'all knew that?
I didn't know that.
No.
Yeah, all the time saying yes. But Ebony said nah. But everybody else is saying yes.
No.
Well, Saba said his mother's Asian.
She's Dutch Indonesian.
Oh, you're not saying mixed. With black.
I thought you were saying mixed with black.
His father is Dutch, German, and Dutch, and his mother is Dutch Indonesian.
But the point is, he can be white and pass as white and never tell anybody, and nobody would ever know that he's anything else but white.
I've known Mark Paul Gosselaar for 25 years. I didn't know he was mixed with anything.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? When was Saved by the Bell on TV? Mid-90s?
Something like that.
So Claire, go ahead and we can wrap it up with what you were going to talk about.
Yeah, let's talk about mental health because that's a big part of it.
And that's the part that obviously is the most heartbreaking about the story is that before she started dating Harry and became part of his family, she was healthy. And it didn't take very long for the institution to drive her to pregnant suicide.
Yeah.
That was just bad.
You know what I'm saying? And I think hopelessness is very powerful and very dangerous.
It is.
And when people say that suicide is selfish, it makes me angry because what are you talking about?
Right.
Like it's about literally not seeing a way out. And it makes sense to me, like logically, if there's no way out of this, then to me, logically, it makes sense. Well, I might as well just die. If there's no way out, I might as well.
That is my only escape.
Yeah.
Right. I don't even think it's an emotional decision. I think it's a logical decision if you're viewing your life as one that is hopeless. And I found it interesting too, and I want to commend her also for saying it out loud, because it is something that people shame other people for.
No
And
question.
she was already being shamed on all sides.
Yeah.
And then to add that, I think it was very, very brave of her to do. And of course, thank God she did it, thank God she said out loud, I can't be left alone right now.
Right.
Meaning
She did
tonight, I might kill myself tonight if you leave.
Yeah.
So it was an immediate thought. And she said in the interview, it was a constant, real thought in her head, a constant, real thought. And that's very, very scary. But I mean, you guys had an episode last week about whether you think someone can be happily married if
their whole family hates their
family doesn't like them or something.
It's crazy. It's almost like we knew this was going to happen this week. We had no idea, but
I was thinking about that too, because I mean, especially when you're living near them. And she was living with them, basically.
Right. Not only living with them, but living away from everybody else she knows. So she was isolated.
Exactly.
In that family.
That was a lot.
And she made it clear that she was happy with Harry, but everything else is what was, really, really getting to her. So I don't know. I felt really bad. Watching the interview, to be honest.
Even if she'd done research, it wouldn't have prepared her for the pressure cooker of the royal family.
Because reading about it is not the same as being in it.
Right.
And being told about it from people who are in it is also not the same as being in it.
That's true. That's true.
So even if Harry warned her every day, it's not the same.
Yeah.
As living it every single day and getting your keys taken away. That's where I would have been like, okay, no, I'm out.
And your license and passport? I was like, what?
It's not gonna work for me.
I love
you, Harry, but I'm gonna have to love you from afar. I would have been like, never let go, and I would have been out. Can't take my keys.
That's crazy. So along a similar line, it's crazy to me that she was vocal about these issues she's having, and they denied her help. Like, she said, they said to her, we can't help you with that or whatever. Like, she went to HR, went to all these levels of the system to try to get help, and they're literally willing to let her suffer and perhaps die because
Oprah even
it
said,
seems to me,
why didn't you just go? You remember?
Right.
Yeah. He was like, why didn't you just leave? Why didn't you just go check yourself into a hospital? Like,
she was
and that's
like,
what she said.
I can't get an. She's like, I can't get an Uber to the castle. What am I supposed to do?
Right.
I mean, that really shows that they
They
don't care anything about you.
Well, I think what Paul said before was the thing, right? Their job is to protect the monarchy.
That's right.
So if there's any threat to that, then hey, we're going to have to figure this out some other kind of way because we can't mess that up.
Yeah, and I like when she said Harry is the savior, basically.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
The fact that, because really, they wouldn't have left if he had said no.
True.
Right.
You know?
Right.
That's a good point.
They wouldn't
It
have
was
left.
like her husband took her side.
Yes.
He took her side
He certainly
instead
did.
of his family.
Yep.
Yes.
You're right.
Leaving
And
Cleve.
this also goes back to that episode. Because John said the same thing in the episode. He said, he was talking about guys, if you have to say something to your mother, don't say my wife said. You say this is what we decided, or even this is what I've decided. Like you take the blame because you guys are one team. You guys are one now. So you can't be like my wife said this.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
That's not gonna work.
And this is so true. The same thing happened to Diana.
Mm-hmm.
And she was very sad. I always thought that she was sad looking. She had a look of sadness if you just see her, and it's just a shame that the media though went in on her. I mean, had no mercy.
Relentless.
And I feel like just that alone, even if she had the support of her his family, just that alone would have been a lot.
Mm-hmm.
And they made the point too that during Diana's era, social media wasn't there, so Meghan was really getting it worse than Diana was getting it.
Exactly.
But I wonder how all of this is gonna weigh on Harry later on. This is where he grew up. This is all he knows.
Right.
How is it going to be? He's out there feeding chickens and looking somebody.
No, rescuing chickens.
Oh,
Rescuing
Okay.
chickens.
You're right.
That's just it. I love rescuing stuff.
I was like,
He was like, the dogs are so happy.
There might be some good eggs, Kim. You don't know.
I thought the same thing though. I was like, is he really? But you
Is
know
he
what I
really?
think?
It's
You know what I
true.
think was they were. You said you didn't really believe at first when she said the whole thing about the queen. You felt like that was kind of like, I'm not sure. Well, I felt that way when they were saying they didn't care that their son was not going to have the title prince. I believe they really did want that.
Well, I don't know if
I don't
Megan
believe that
cares,
she did. I don't.
but I think
Right.
Harry
I
cares.
think she did.
Harry?
I'm sorry.
You think so?
Megan didn't even know she was marrying into a royal family. She didn't care about no prince.
No. As soon as, first of all,
Okay.
let me tell you something. After she got in though and everything, I think that there are some things that they did want. So yeah, you
Once
don't
you're in
want
now.
you want your
Yeah.
freedom,
Yeah.
but you like the
Right.
idea. Think about it. You would love your child to be the prince. You know,
Right.
Right.
people make their children prince and princesses who aren't no prince and princesses.
Right, right.
And they be like, my prince. No, you ain't no prince. I'm just saying. Like, people be making their kids princesses and prince, you know.
Right,
So
to be
to
a real
actually
one.
be a real one,
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, yeah,
you
yeah.
kind of want that your little daughter's coming and she can't be a princess now.
Right.
You know,
Right.
an actual princess. So I actually think that's something that, yeah, they said they wanted him to have the security, but they didn't care about the name. But I didn't feel
title.
that was all the way. I think
want
they
the
want
title,
to
'cause
believe that.
Think about Kate's kids when they come over for Christmas. Oh, you're not a prince. Come on. You know they're gonna be teasing him. You gonna be teasing.
Oh my goodness.
I don't know
man.
if they're gonna be
They
coming
already
over
look
for
like
Christmas.
punks, I'm sorry.
Ain't nobody, they ain't going over Christmas.
Amber says she don't care
Like,
about
you
the
never
title,
know.
but she big mad they took it away.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's all I'm saying.
I mean, it's the brother and the father who he's not speaking to right now.
Right.
Well, he
Brother
did
and
say he's
father.
talking to his dad again.
Well, no, he
But
said his
it's
dad's
a-
taking his calls.
Right, he's taking his
Yes.
calls.
That
But
doesn't
then he
sound like
said-
we're speaking.
no.
Is he
It means he's
calling
not
though?
ignoring me
Like,
no more. You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying?
I don't
That's
think
what
that-
sounds
You know,
like.
I'm really disappointed in the dad because I feel like you went through this with Diana.
Right.
Like you
Right.
saw her
Right.
being treated the same way, and you not
But
gonna
he-
understand.
He generated a lot of that though.
According to the
Yeah, he
Crown, he
did.
didn't
He was-
love Diana though, and
He was
Harry
part of the
loved
problem. Yeah.
He
Exactly.
didn't really love
Yeah.
Diana. You know,
We got-
He
You
wanted
don't think
Camilla
so?
the whole time. No, he wanted
No,
Camilla the
I
whole
don't.
time.
Wow, I need to
Who
go.
he's
I need to
with?
finish
It
watching.
trips me out.
He's
that
with-
he's
yeah.
with Camilla now.
Yeah.
I'm
Wait, he
like,
was cheating on her?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
yes,
Yes.
with Camilla.
Oh man,
Now they
That's
get
what
it
the
for
child
real.
was just saying in the comments just now.
I need to finish watching The Crown.
Mm-hmm. That's
sure
what I'm
do.
saying.
Oh, you haven't
See?
finished it? Oh,
Cheating
that's
on
a
Diana for
jam.
years.
Oh, he was cheating on Diana
It's in
for
season 3,
years.
isn't it?
For years.
No,
Let me
it's
see.
4, I think.
She said
it
Charles
4?
been a punk since
Season
day-
4,
since
yeah.
Since
birth.
birth.
Wow, that's messed up, man. That's messed up. Yeah, the daddy's definitely.
All right, so we're about to leave. So final question. This is my question. I want to ask for a prediction. Everybody needs to answer.
New York
Do you
Knicks.
think? Okay.
Sorry.
I was going to say New York
Excellent,
Yankees.
excellent prediction. That was it.
Nice.
This is
Kicking
our
along the same
year.
paths.
So what I want to know is, we'll start with Kim. Do you think that Harry and Meghan go back? Let me change. Let me ask the question differently.
Okay.
Do you think that this, the way that it is now, will last with them in California with the chickens? Or do you think some variation of going back will happen? Harry leaves her and goes back. The two of them end up going back. Something is there? Do you think this is it for them in the Crown, or is there some way back? And what would that look like? So start with you,
I
Kim.
don't know. I think that there's no way back. I really think there's no way back, mainly because I watched The Crown and how that goes. But that made
And how they did the other brother.
did the uncle, the brother,
Yeah,
whoever
the
it
uncle.
was,
Yeah, honey.
right?
Yeah, we watched season 1.
That's what I'm saying. We watched that.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay, you saw that.
Season
I don't think
1?
there's any coming back. I really don't. I don't think there's gonna be any coming back. I
All
don't.
right.
So you
Now,
don't
as
see
for
it.
them still with the chickens and that kind of thing, I think they're gonna move away from that at some point. You know,
No.
maybe they'll
No,
move
they
back
want the kids to be
Canada,
with the
somewhere
chickens.
else, but
They have
You
chickens
go
who
back to
can't
Canada?
afford the good eggs, y'all. They broke. They can't afford the good eggs, so they got
They're
chickens.
not. They're not broke like that. They got deals with Netflix and Spotify, and also Diana left them money. So
Yeah,
Yeah, they're doing all right.
Look,
Right.
He
They
was
got
able to
money.
use that money to buy a house in Oprah's neighborhood. Come on.
Yeah,
Right.
please.
And there's more. There's definitely leftover.
Talking
But I
about they
think
was
that
down and out for 3 months at Tyler Perry house.
no,
They
I
were
was
stacking
like,
their pay for those
really?
3 months too. You know, when you live with
Really?
somebody, you're saving that
Stacking that
money.
cheese. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
No, they are not broke, Candace. You're right. They are
Right.
not broke,
They are
honey.
not broke. at
They
all.
will never be broke. But I think, sorry, I don't mean to come in, and y'all supposed to be answering this, but I don't think Harry's gonna like to have to be working every day, honey.
Who show is it?
Nah, he's not gonna be working.
Apologize for talking your own show.
No, Harry is not gonna be wanting to work every day. I'm gonna just tell you that now.
I don't think so either.
Not where you have to work. Maybe he doesn't have to though. He probably doesn't have to.
I think that this is my prediction. Now, I don't think there's any way for them to get back into working for the family. I don't think that's going to happen. I think the institution has too much pride, clearly, to take them back after this happens.
Mm-hmm.
I do hope, though, that Harry and Meghan and their family will be somehow accepted, at least for social things, back into.
Right.
Like, I hope they do form some kind of familial relationship, not with the institution, but with the actual family. But I think the institution relationship is done.
So you have to.
And why would you want to go back to that anyway? They don't want to. They don't want to go back to that because the institution is not going to change.
Right.
True.
They're going to be the same yesterday, today, and tomorrow.
Right.
So they'd be dummies to try to get back into that. So I think that's done. But the family part, I hope there's reconciliation and there's really strong, loving relationships because it feels like love is not a thing that British culture. Not that they do, but it seems very stoic and. I don't know. I hope that there's warmth and love grows between.
Especially for the kids.
Yeah.
Yes.
Right.
Yes.
Okay, Paul, what's yours?
I don't see how. Well, okay. First of all, the system doesn't need them.
Mhm.
The monarchy doesn't need them.
True.
Right.
So I really don't see any reason for them for the crown to come back to Harry,
Yeah.
right, and say come back to us. Harry is sixth in the line of. I looked it up. He's sixth in the line of succession.
Oh,
Okay.
you right.
Right, because it's the Queen's firstborn, right? Then it's his firstborn.
Right.
Mhm.
Then it's his firstborn, and second and third, and then it's Harry.
Wow.
Oh,
Oh,
wow.
wow. So
Okay.
Harry means nothing.
So
Right.
yeah, exactly. So because the Prince of Wales, the Prince Charles is like 1948, so he's like 70.
Mhm.
So he's got grandkids. His
Right.
grandkids are in line before
Right.
Harry.
Wow.
So
Yeah.
so
I didn't
so
realize
So the
so
crown does not need Harry.
Wow.
this makes your other thing very important to your other comment that you made earlier, because if Kate and Meghan have beef, Kate is way more important than Meghan because
Yes.
Kate will be the Queen of England at some point.
Right.
If-
Right.
And Meghan was becoming more popular than Kate, and they could not let that
Right.
happen.
Exactly. Prince William is second in line. Prince Charles,
Yep.
with a 70 whatever year old behind is next. After him is his oldest son, who's Prince William. Kate is married to Prince William, right? So he's gonna be king.
Yeah.
You know, Harry's not gonna be king unless a bunch of people die. So again, the crown doesn't need them. So
Yeah.
they're not important. Like, you know, if you're prioritizing the system,
Yeah.
they don't have to be part of the system.
Exactly.
It's a
So
good
there's no,
point.
so I don't, I, and so there's no, there's, I see no, there's no way that would happen. I don't think there's no way they're coming back into favor in terms of working for the crown in an official capacity. Did everybody freeze? That's just me.
No,
We're
it's
here.
you.
We're
We're
just staring
Oh,
at you.
okay.
Right.
But I agree with Claire though. From a family standpoint, I mean, I do hope that they're able to, you know, reconcile and have a relationship with their family. You know, that would be.
I
You know,
agree.
we have all these songs. We have all these songs and stuff and movies and stuff about people leaving everybody and going to be by themselves and a couple. Nobody want to do that. I mean,
Right.
you know what I'm saying? It's not.
Right.
That's not what you're trying to do. You do it if you have to do it,
old
but that's
real
not what you're
fast.
trying to do.
Yeah.
Yeah, you don't want to do that.
And
So-
Megan brought this up too. People know that a lot more intimately now because of the Rona.
Right.
We're a lot more isolated now than we've ever been before.
Right.
Right.
Mhm.
And it's only been a year.
So Andrew said, I thought the Queen said that Charles wasn't getting the crown because of Camilla. Is that her name?
Mm-hmm.
Ooh, she might have, because you know she
That's
doesn't
true.
like Camilla.
So I don't think the queen has the ability to determine who's next. It's based on birth order.
Okay.
I don't think the queen has the ability because she won't be around to decide.
Well, I actually think
I'm just saying it's not until she dies that somebody else can be the
That is
first.
true.
Well, Tiny and I,
That is
we're talking about this. We think the queen is holding on to life because she didn't want Charles to be king.
That's
She's
probably
like,
why.
I'm gonna outlive him. I'm gonna outlive my son. She's gonna be like 110. Charles gonna die at like 85. The queen gonna be 110, and she'll be like, all right, I'm good, and then she'll go, and then William will be king. Skip
So funny, man.
Charles altogether.
That's
That's
true.
hilarious.
That's true.
I mean, he was hanging on to thin thread with that corona. She thought
Right.
Did he have the Rona?
Who had the Rona?
Yes.
Charles?
Yeah.
Yes.
He was
he
talking
had
I don't
it.
even
didn't know
remember
that.
that. So I forgot about that.
I did not know he
That's
had
right.
the Rona.
I think we remember. I think that we heard it, but I don't remember like for real about that.
I don't either.
Yeah,
I'm surprised
he
he
did.
survived that joint.
I know, he's so old.
That's crazy, man.
Yeah, but when you
He's
got
up
that
there.
money shot, when you got that money.
Good to
That
He's
man-
probably been had the vaccine.
Exactly. They've been had the vaccine. Exactly.
Oh my goodness. All right, y'all.
Wow.
We know y'all have to go to bed, especially Kim.
Exactly.
You know what I'm
She
saying?
already giving me the eye, like.
Exactly. Like what time is bedtime?
That sleepy time.
Non
kicking in.
slow. You saw that slow
She got the wrap it up box. Yo, wrap it up, B.
She did,
Y'all
but
don't
you had
remember
two
that
bags of sleepy time tea in there, or 3
Extra sleepy
No,
time,
too
wasn't it?
bad.
Too bad.
of extra sleepy time.
Extra sleepy
Yeah.
time.
Yeah, that's
What
right.
What does that even mean?
I don't know.
How can you go extra to sleep? Like you either go to sleep, like you sleep, you awake. I don't
Sleepy
understand.
awake.
Listen,
What is that?
listen.
It's like that
Kim can go
Shabba Ranks
extra
album.
sleep,
Remember that
okay?
Shabba Ranks album, Extra Naked? What does that mean? Extra naked. Like, dude, once you got no clothes on, that's pretty much the end of it. Like, start stripping off
Extra
skin or
naked.
something. I don't know.
Oh man. Well, thanks y'all. It's always
Yeah, this been good.
It's always nice sipping with the sibs. One of y'all, one of these weeks, has to do something a little bit more, courageous in your
Grandiose.
cup. You know what I'm saying?
Look at
You guys are the hosts and you're the leaders of the show.
I know.
So you
Yes,
started.
Yeah, but you are the guest. You know, when you have a
All right,
guest,
bring
you
it
don't know
in.
what it's. You know, you don't know what they gonna have in their cup. You know.
Get us some of them John and April merch cups.
Yeah.
it
All right,
is.
we'll send y'all a John and April mug.
Exactly. I ain't getting no thank you gift or nothing. It's like
I'll
my
say-
first-
It'll
I'll
take
save
you
it,
about 2 months to get it though.
Thought maybe we would
I can't get no soaps.
So
I'll say my Jan and April cup for whiskey only. So I got that cup. You know what's in it.
You already know.
Exactly.
we gotta send y'all some. We gotta send y'all some merch.
Oh man.
It'll take
You
a
should
couple months
check
to get.
the. There's something I wanted you to put on the screen before you leave.
Which one?
Go ahead and text it.
This one right here?
I texted to the group chat already. The number and information for the National
National Alliance
Alliance
for Mental
for
Illness.
Mental Illness and like suicide prevention hotlines and stuff like that.
Oh.
Yes. Yeah.
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 Because people dying every day from suicide, y'all. Like it's real. Like people were dying every day before the pandemic, and the pandemic. just
Right.
made-
Yeah.
Claire, I read this thing the other
More
day
kids.
talking about the number of teenage suicides there are now during the pandemic. They said it's like crazy.
Oh my goodness.
It's bananas the amount of people that are committing suicide right now.
I've
And like you
had-
said, it was already happening before the
Well,
pandemic.
I've
see that
had
guy?
2 former students commit suicide.
Oh,
2
no.
Oh,
There.
No, are you serious?
who were in my class. One of them was in the front row. One of my classes. He was one of my favorite students. He was engaged. Like I would have had no idea.
Wow.
He's the last person I
terrible.
would have chosen. Yeah. So it's bad out there.
So hold on. I gotta type it in.
That's awful.
I put it in the chat. In the Facebook chat.
Sorry. So
And
I'll
and
put the
also
actual-
let's all commit to
That's
working
No,
on-
let's see.
Put it on.
taking the shame away or the shame out of suicidal.
Yes.
Needing help,
Yeah.
right?
Shame is a
Needing help
big
is not.
part of people not saying anything.
Yes.
It is.
Exactly.
You know
I
what
mean,
I'm saying?
you
People-
heard Harry say he felt shame and even
He
saying.
did say that. Yes,
You
he
know,
did.
he admitted that.
Yep.
Yep.
Very
He
true.
did.
I need to put it up there like this. That'd be
Okay.
better.
Yeah, there you go.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. We'll put that up there for a while so that, you guys need to have this joint like in your speed dial. I literally had somebody come up to me this past weekend. We haven't been in church in, a year. And somebody came up to me this past weekend asking for help for their child who is only 12 and said something about
That's true.
I've been
about
depressed and
that.
I need to go see somebody.
Right.
And we were just talking about the fact that at 12 years old that he would have the wherewithal to even tell his mom that.
Right.
That's huge. That's a really big step. So she's doing something right in her home that makes it so that he can actually say that and not feel any kind of like. Think about it. Would you ever say to mom and dad, you know what I'm saying? I'm feeling like I need to go see somebody or whatever.
I didn't tell mom and dad what I ate for breakfast in the morning, so I wasn't.
I'm saying.
I wasn't
You know what I'm saying? So that's what. So we got to be serious about that thing. I'm glad you said that, Claire. And this is important. You know what I'm saying? So we're gonna keep it up there.
And if your kids say something like that out of their mouths, take it very, very, very seriously, get them help immediately. Don't wait till the next day.
Right.
Like it's still startling to me that Megan said to him, "I cannot be left alone." That means right now, I'm do this.
and then they showed the pictures. She said, they were holding on to each other's hands so tight, so you could see the white knuckles that he had from not wanting to let her go.
Oh my
you know what I'm saying? It's crazy, man.
She said she was weeping while the camera wasn't on them.
Right.
Right. When
weeping and crying.
Intermission's about to come, and they're about to us. We gotta stop crying.
Exactly.
That's deep sadness.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. It's crazy, man.
It's not sadness; it's hopelessness.
Hopelessness.
That's very different.
That is different.
Hopelessness is different.
Hopelessness is different. Yeah.
So before we go, I need to say I love you, Paul. I love you, Claire. I love you, Kim. And I'm not just saying that. I'm dead serious. Just in case you don't know it already. I know you know. I don't just love you because you came on the show and because, you guys do stuff for us in the middle of the night and you're tired and don't even feel like doing it. I'm saying it because I really love you. Like, I don't know what life would be like without you guys. You know what I'm saying?
It would suck. I'm amazing.
It would, I agree. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I love y'all too.
We love all of you.
I love all of
you. Love you guys.
Love all of you.
Yep.
Anyway. All right, y'all. We'll see y'all next.
Love you too. Love you too, Jill.
Y'all about to do a double somersault in the bed? I love y'all too.
Girl. Triple axel.
Yes.
I gotta finish my Godfather marathon. I watched 1 and 2 the last 2 nights. I gotta watch 3 tonight.
So hold on. Did you finish your thing? Did you get through all the movies in the month of February like you were trying to for your birth month?
Yeah, I watched 30 movies in 28 days.
What?
Wow.
That's dedication. That's discipline.
Wow.
Yeah.
And the Godfather thing wasn't in that?
No, they're too long.
You were trying to have repeat stuff in there?
I was trying not to I was trying to get all the movies in, so I tried to watch as many short ones as I could. Okay. So Godfather's like 3 hours each. No time for all of that.
Thanks, Jessica.
Although I did watch Lord of the Rings, Return of the King, which is fantastic.
That's 3 days right there, Paul.
Love it.
I mean,
so 4 hours.
That's true.
Are you like doing stuff while you're watching? Like
while
you're watching?
I play games on my phone, but not really. I'm pretty much watching the movie.
Wow.
Where's the baby?
I'll have my iPad up, and like if something happens, I want to see, like I'll look on IMDb and like Google somebody or like research somebody or whatever.
He was right on his lap watching Lord of the Rings.
You'll be watching too.
He's looking at the hobbits and everything. Scared.
Yeah.
He
knows all about it. All about it. I watched Creed without crying.
Wow.
How'd you do that?
How did you do that?
Wow.
You're lying.
You're dead inside. Is what that means.
I'm dead inside. I watched Creed. I didn't make it through Creed 2, but I watched Creed, the first one.
So hold on. Since we're talking about crying,
wait,
the other day I watched.
America too?
No, we haven't watched it.
No, we haven't watched it. Have you watched it?
I saw it.
Oh yeah.
No, I didn't see it yet.
Oh, none of y'all have seen it?
No.
I saw it.
No.
I saw
can't
it.
say nothing.
Don't say nothing.
The other day I watched Avengers Age of Ultron, Avengers Endgame, and Avengers Infinity War back to back to back.
Okay.
And bawled like a baby.
No, you did not.
Really?
I've never cried like that.
But you bawled at all of them?
Good. Huh?
You bawled at the end of each one, or just at the end of all 3?
No, at the end of all 3, at the end of the process, at all 3 movies.
Right.
Okay.
I was.
We need to try that.
That movie's
You watched them on the same day?
on the same day. I rapid fired all 3 of them.
Wow.
So I don't recommend it if you're not trying to cry for real. Like separate them things.
Well, girl, I be crying every week on This Is Us, so it don't even matter. I mean, I be bawling. Okay.
You be crying at This Is Us too, Kim?
Yeah. What? Are you crazy? I cry on commercials.
Hey, Titus said you finally got through it without crying because you've seen it 19 times. That's what I said. That's the secret. Watch Creed 19 times. You can not cry on the 19th one.
That's a conservative estimate.
That's funny.
That's a conservative estimate, he said.
Oh wow.
I've only seen Creed 2 like 3 times, so you know.
Meghan Markle moving to California is calculated. The Meghan Markle / Prince Harry divorce will be epic.
Oh no.
Aww.
Oh no.
I hope they don't
Oh
get divorced. That
no.
would make me sad.
That would make me sad.
that.
You know, it would be terrible if that happened after all of that.
Yeah.
If they end up getting divorced, is Harry going back?
Yeah, is he going back?
Oh yeah, he's definitely going back because
He's talking about all
he
this.
wouldn't be gone.
That's true.
That's true,
He
but
did
he's
say that.
talking about. But he talked about how she saved him because she let him see that he was trapped and in prison, all this kind of stuff. So he was grateful to her.
True.
And of course, she came back and said, "No, you saved us." But I mean, his perspective is that she saved them as a family. So I don't know. If he goes back that easily. Then again, though, if he's not with Meghan, who does he have on this side of the royal family? Right? Like, she's all he's got out
He
here.
got Tyler Perry.
Got TP.
No, he's gonna make me him a whole bunch of friends. He'll be all right.
He will. He will. He'll make a bunch of friends.
Anyway, all right, y'all.
All right, y'all.
Get some sleep.
I didn't know that. Oh,
What?
shoot.
Oh, yeah.
Natural Healer Mom said Diana actually attempted suicide more than once while she was so-called royal. Wow.
I feel like I remember hearing about that on a documentary about her or something.
Really?
That sounds vaguely familiar now that someone has said that. Yeah.
Wow.
Interesting.
Yeah.
So plasma compression fusion device, the one that predicted the
PPFD.
divorce, is saying,
Oh.
by the way, I'm a woman and an attorney. So I guess
So
she's
she
saying
sees it.
she knows about this, like
Oh,
moving to California.
she's saying this whole thing right here. Go back up. A recent booking institute polls show women initiate 8%.
Oh wow. Well, we'll see if that happens.
We'll see.
Anyway. All right, guys.
We hope not. We hope
not. But
Yeah.
we'll see y'all next time. We'll bother you again soon at the last minute to see if you'll
And
be on
we'll
the
send
show.
y'all some gifts.
Y'all did good this time. You asked us like 3 days before. It was good.
I
Yeah, that was a lot of
Said
notice.
the night of. You're
That was a lot of
right.
notice.
Yeah.
That was pretty good.
I actually put it on my calendar.
Okay, I was about to say you exclamation pointed the invite as if you had forgotten until right then, because I asked you too far in advance.
Oh man.
All
All right, y'all.
All right, y'all.
See y'all next
All
time.
right.
All right.
Bye.
Bye.
Okay, so there is no reason to say Team John, Team April, but this is how we end the show. So that was fun.
That was fun.
I like those guys.
So go ahead and just do a laughy face
Whatever you want to do, actually.
for Team Family.
I actually
feel
feel like
Team Family. That's what it should be today. Team Family. Because don't diss my stuff. Listen to me first.
I'm just saying there might be people that want to be Team John just to support me.
No,
you know
you
what I'm
know
saying?
what? You are a mess. It should be Team Family because we
I
want Harry and as she calls him H, which I think is so cute.
Is that what she calls?
Yes, H and Markle.
And Megan.
I mean, H and Megan should be able to hopefully get back with their family, to have family events, to enjoy the grand, the cousins. They should be able to know each other as family. It shouldn't be about the institution. It shouldn't be about any of that. It should be about them. So go ahead and put the laughy face for Team Family.
Yeah,
We should be having fun together.
Blow it up.
Life is too short.
I agree, man.
They shouldn't be doing that. To me, it's not worth it. And they're gonna regret it in the end when somebody is gone.
I agree, man.
And you don't have no relationship with your son no more. I mean, it's just ridiculous. But hey, so
Primo talking about he wants to see me bounce to the outro music too. I don't do that, Primo.
when the camera goes off, he be getting it, Primo. You should see him. You should see him. He be getting it when the camera's off.
That's not even true.
You gonna lie to the people.
It's not on this song.
You have done your moves on this
Gian
song.
said Team John still had love for April.
Wow.
He's
Supposed to be Team Family today, Gian.
Kill him with
Team
the
Family.
shoulders. He's talking about killing with the shoulders. Come on. I ain't doing no bankhead bounce.
Come on, bankhead bounce. Represent, ATL, oh yeah. Oh, come on.
All right, y'all.
Hey.
So we will see you again because we'll be right back here on Friday. We got our episode coming out, so you'll be able to be here. We'll be back again on Wednesday of next week, doing our. We're talking about playing LL Cool J. He knows I dance to that.
That's right.
Around the way, girl.
Exactly. Y'all be getting it, y'all. Y'all be getting it. See, do a little bounce, big bro. Don't come on.
That's April making my shoulders move. You know what I'm saying? Such a yatch, man.
Hey, Ambi.
What's up, Ambi?
Hi.
Yeah, April is a mess.
You know what? When it's after 10, I start getting a little silly.
Yep.
So it's time to go.
My question is, what was in your cup? You know what I'm saying? That's all I want to know.
It's time for me to go to bed.
We love y'all. We'll see y'all next week. Come right here.
We love the chime.
What time do we come on again? 9? 9 o'clock. 9 o'clock next Wednesday. We'll see y'all then.
All right, guys.
All right.